Alright, we are live on YouTube. Waiting for some people to come in on TikTok. But yes, I feel like I feel like I might stop live streaming soon because obviously on YouTube I have to stop live streaming, so tomorrow it will just be on TikTok. But I just feel like we'll see. I feel like I'm gonna get funded on live stream. Then after that, I want to not live stream until I'm in a Discord. But we'll see. I'm gonna live stream tomorrow on TikTok only because OBS slows on my computer, and I know on Discord I can stream without OBS, which is lovely. And then once I probably stream to get funded. I start a new funded account tomorrow. I'm excited. I feel really good in our strategy. And then once I get funded, I think I'll just duck off and focus on trading and making a bunch of money, getting receipts for my Discord, and then starting a Discord. We have a fair value gap right here on the 1 hour. We're back testing our strategy, 10 a.m. reversal, and seeing 1 minute execution, getting our eyes better and not getting faked out on the 1 minute. So 1 minute, 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour. Okay, do we have any SMT? Almost, but not quite. Let's set our, I don't think we can do, oh yeah, we can. 10 a.m. to 12. And you'll do this every morning. We're clearly in a downtrend though. Let's see. Liquidity is here for both ES and NQ. We execute on NQ. Also, I think I was gonna do like 50K accounts when I get funded, but I'm doing a 50K account now. But you can full port my funded features and full port Apex, so I might just go straight to 100K accounts after this 50K. Also, Top Step got rid of their daily drawdown, which is great because that was what I was when I was full porting. That was really fucking me up. So now I can like really full port 3,000 to make 1,500 or whatever. There's no like daily drawdown on Top Step anymore. We do have almost relative equal highs up here on ES. On NQ, it's really just this one. This one did not come up. So this is technically SMT divergence. We have a higher high on the 1 hour. We have a we swept liquidity on this one, but obviously that's before our trade, and then we did not sweep liquidity, so that's a 7 a.m. trade. Let's go down to the 15-minute chart, and we wait to see what side of liquidity wants to be taken out on both, or if we get an SMT on both. Let's see how it plays out. Okay, well, liquidity sweep happened before 10 o'clock. So let's go to the 1 minute. But it did tap us right back in at 10 o'clock. So here's the trade. And there's a fair value gap here. So for the 1 minute, I feel like the inverted fair value gaps are where you can get faked out on the most. I feel like when you get on the 1 minute for this, you should trade regular market structure shift. If you don't know what that is, we can go over it, but regular market structure shift if you're trading on the 1 minute. On the 5 minute and up, you can do inverse, and then look at that beautiful 1 to 5 trade. Obviously, you can take it to any of these liquidity points because at this point, you only need, like I said, a 1 to 3, a 1 to 2.5 is really all I need. That's why I'm like, exactly. I would have, 1 to 3. Because if you get greedy, it can reverse at any of these liquidity points. This was a valid trade. Liquidity sweep here. We're done in 4 minutes. Beautiful trade. Now let's see if we got some SMT or something on the high side. No, not really. So if you were taking it all the way to here, you would not have gotten it. But obviously you'd react and you would sell for a win at any of these points as it starts to pull back, which is not bad. Liquidity point for a target is this one here. This liquidity right here. is the one we targeted. And it swept it in the reverse. And then you could have got back in again on the reversal if you wanted to. Let's see how far it goes down though. Actually, it didn't stop you out. So if you would, but it doesn't look like it's going higher either. This is still 12 o'clock though. But maybe it does go, no, now it stopped you out. So I mean, you could have sold here too as well. A good trade. Let's see. And if you got the reversal with your stop loss above here, still wouldn't have got stopped out on either trade. So if you got in somewhere like here, sorry, short position up here on this reversal, you still wouldn't have got stopped out on this trade either. Two great trades. I'm just trying to see if it's going to reverse off of this big. I want to see if it'll go all the way to the other side. But again, it doesn't really matter. Okay, it kept going down. So boom, these are your trades. We got a nice market trigger shift here. Take it to any point of these liquidity points. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 options to take profit. And then same on the bottom side. The bottom side, your target though was our stop loss of the first trade, which it did take. It was a longer trade, however. This one was faster, 4 minutes. And so you should be trading GC buys at 2552. We only trade futures here, but if anyone trades options and y'all want to take that GC buy from Alexis Lopez, y'all can do that. All right, next trading day. Go back to the 1 hour chart on both. I always do my analysis on the 1 hour chart. But obviously, like I said, obvious down days. So if you trade bias, I don't trade bias, like I said. I traded the up trade and there was a down trade. If you have a bias of the day, you could GC as futures. Oh, my bad. I only trade ES NASDAQ, sorry. GC is futures. You could have waited for this liquidity sweep and then took that down trade if you had a bearish bias. So that's why people who have bias, that's what they trade. They wait for, the liquidity sweep to the upside and then they take it to the downside. Again, we took both. We did get liquidity sweep on the downside too. And it is what it is. That's the good thing about trading. There's so many opportunities. So many opportunities. Next New York session. Okay, this ran up overnight at the end of the last New York session. Okay, let's see what we have. We already swept this liquidity up here on ES, so let's see if we got an SMT. We do have a lovely SMT. We swept liquidity on ES, but on NQ we have not, unless I'm wrong. Let's see. Yeah, because this is that one. This one is this one on ES. So that's the SMT right here. Boom. So strong signs of reversal. So if you want, you can YOLO, just get in and buy some sells, but we'll see. Because sometimes, like I said, it'll be an SMT right now, but as the market plays out, it'll just catch up. It's SMT right now, but in real time, that shit can just keep going up. So it doesn't really matter. Let's mark our 10 o'clock and our 12 o'clock for our time to trade in. We'll mark this liquidity here as buy side, which is kind of equal to these, not really. And then obviously the one way up there. So let's see how this plays out. Let's go to the 15-minute, because I feel like you can see SMT with seeing reactions for your entry the easiest on 15-minute chart. ES is already, honestly, on the 15-minute, which is a higher time frame, which you like, going lower. It's already about to market structure shift. I think we do have one here too. So, I mean, we'd hope it comes up and sweeps a little bit, but it might be a strong, just like sell day. But let's see. Okay, came up and swept liquidity beautifully. Now ES is still strong though, so let's just see how this looks at 10 o'clock. ES is still a little strong, like it wants to go higher. So I think we would wait. Let's go down to the 1 minute is what I meant to do. And let's wait for a market structure shift, a full one, not just an inverse value gap, because like I said, it can inverse this and then want to come down, fake it out like this, and then go opposite way. We technically do have a market structure shift right here at this green swing low with some fair value gaps to tap into, but I might wait for it to close back below this one just to be safe. Let's see how it plays out. Exactly. See, I wasn't confident in this. That's why you watch ES as well. You can see how you could have got faked out in this inverted value gap on the 1 minute. I have gotten faked out on these really badly. You have to wait for a full like market structure shift. And these little small ones don't help. I like a strong swing low like this, like a very obvious swing low, not these like little choppy ones. But we still can get a reversal. So now we're just waiting for a reversal. If we don't get one, we don't trade today. Boom. This is the reversal. It did tap back into this fair value gap. This bearish one, that is the trade we want. And you see how you can get faked out and it's no S&T. So people say wait for S&T, but it's like sometimes that's why like this one guy, I think his name is like, I don't know his name. It's funny because he said he learned from Swaggy C, but he trades like ICT Concepts. But I think it's like Yamari University or something. He waits for the second market structure shift because he's gotten faked out a lot. So like we'll get a market structure shift here. He'll wait for like a double top basically, or like he'll wait for like the next one and say it would have kept going down from here. Like we came up, we hit our fair value gap and we go lower. Then we'll get on the fair value gap after this second one. He waits to not get faked out. Obviously stop loss should be a little higher than that, but it could be tighter if you wanted to. Boom, so we lost. This is the day we just would have lost. Yeah, it's just trading sideways today, so we just would have lost that day. That's fine. Because even it going up, it's going up slowly. It's not even going up like strongly for an entry to go higher. What are we looking at? NQ and ES trading. That's all. We're trading the 10 a.m. reversals. Parabolic SAR will tell you trend. I don't trade trends. I trade reversals at 10 a.m. So today we would have lost, which is fine. We won the last trade. We're not going to win them all. Or you might have just not taken a trade that day. Which if you didn't, good for you. Go back to the hourly chart on both. Go to the next New York session. And this happened every day last week. This 10 a.m. reversal. It was so beautiful. And also why I look at bias, because there's just days where like you kind of know it's not going to reverse. It might just run up. So I like to look at a higher time frame and see how it eventually kept going up, even though technically this was S&T. That's what we're talking about. How like NQ can just finally get there later on. Obviously we did reverse from the S&T point, but not as far down as we wanted to, which happens. So they're both running up. I don't see a higher time frame target to hit, so we can see if it pulls back from here, or let's just see if we continue higher, and we probably won't trade today. Let's see. This is a liquidity point on NQ. Let's just go to the 15-minute chart. I don't know if ES is going to help us, but we'll look at it anyway just to see if we get an S&T later on. Mark out our 10 a.m. and 12 noon, because that's when I like to trade the best. That's when I like to look for an entry on this. And then yeah, we're just trading the reversals. Let's see if we get one. Okay, we got a nice wick. Let's get on to the 15-minute. The 1 minute. We got a wick on ES too, but let's just see if we get a reversal. It's not 10 a.m. yet though. Okay, well, we would have missed it at 10 a.m. I usually get on a chart at 9:55, so I might have gotten in here early. If not, you wait for the reversal on the sell side. Where are we targeting? I mean, London lows are way down here. So you can see if we get a reversal from any one of these swing lows. There's also a low right there, but let's see how far it goes lower. Boom, exactly. London lows. So that's the trade. So though, at 10 a.m., if we didn't get an entry, we do have, now we know it's going lower. Strong displacement. You either could have got in right at 10 a.m. or you could have waited for it to pull back into one of these gaps. There's a gap here you could have set your entry at, and there is a gap here that, let's see if it taps into it. It does. So your entry, if you waited after 10 a.m., would have been down here. Stop loss, obviously, like a little lower, maybe the top of this candle. Still a great trade. This is one of those days where, like, the 9:30 people, they would have their entry trumped at 9:30. They got in at 9:30. We got a nice market shift before we got on the charts. However, we still got an entry to get in and take it down. And it kept going lower if you wanted to take it lower. So sometimes it'll be a continuation, but it'll be obvious like this. I don't want it to continue kind of in the range. If it's already gone down, this is a higher time frame liquidity point, and Q had been chasing this liquidity point for a very long time, as we saw, for days, maybe even like a week or two. We've been chasing this high. Once we got to this high, we reversed from it. It happened before we got on the chart, but we still got another entry at a fair value gap. Or like I said, if you just got in at 10 and just got in, your entry would have been here. So not bad. Even if you got here lower, look at anything above a 1 to 2 to me is great. And then you could just move your stop loss to make it like, oh, you're not risking as much. Still a 1 to 3, you know what I'm saying? Just depends on how you trade. But yeah, great trade. Like I said, this is what we want. These liquidity sweeps, market structure shifts only is the trades I want to take. And this is how I'm going to get funded this week, and I'm really excited about it. And then I can full port some trades, which I actually need to look up for if I want to full port a 100K account on Trading View. My computer is, if I want to full port a trade on Trading View, let's see. I think I need to log in first. Yes, I do. My paper trading is glitching bad as a motherfucker, so I have to stop trading it. See, it's still running negative. It won't let me close this position. Negative $5,000. Oh, now it let me close the position, but it was glitching and it wouldn't let me close the position. Now you let me close. And then where was the entry? It was somewhere. I don't know. It let me close the position, which is really crazy. So let's do another trade. Oh, but I'm gonna do, cause I'm gonna do a what am I trying to say? A 100K account. The market is open for anyone who trades Asian session. The market is open. So let's set a limit order up here. See how big that stop loss is, and that's kind of long. A 1 to 2.5. Okay. I want to see how much money I'll risk if I get in a trade at 19,809.75, and then stop loss at, and you should be doing this. If you're trying to full port or get funded, you should be seeing how much you need to risk. 1983 for my stop loss, yes. And then my take profit is first of all, a sell. 19,749.75. Because to pass a 100K account, you need 6 grand, but you can't lose 3 grand. So, Jesus. 5. So I would need 5 regular NQ contracts. And I wouldn't lose 3 grand. I wouldn't lose the trade. I wouldn't lose my daily drawdown. So 5 big ones to full port a 100K account with futures. 5 or 6. just so you know. And you'll come here and you'll test that. Like if you're on a 50K account, then you need to know like you need to make 3 grand. So that's, you know, 3 if you want to do it that way. Obviously, you will get your drawdown. Your drawdown is 1,300, so you won't hit. You'll be liquidated before your full stop loss. So you'll need to like make your stop loss tighter or be willing to risk it if you're confident in the trade. This is just how you know, learn your lot sizes and stuff. So when you full port, because I feel like that's really what I do now. I full port my funded accounts because YOLO, to stack them up. And then I'm waiting for good trades. Okay, so the next day, 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock. Let's go to the 1 hour chart on both. This is what you do every day. I mean, we're kind of already in a market structure shift on the hourly on ES. So it's given a pullback to go lower. So maybe we want to sweep this before we go lower, or we want to sweep this before we go lower. And then if we want to go lower first to go higher, we want to sweep these. And then for NQ, same shit. We want to sweep these if we want to go up to go lower. We do have equal lows kind of here. If we want to go higher, we kind of want to see it come down in here first. And then obviously there's buy side up here. You just mark all the places it can reverse from. And that's just, you know. Obviously, usually I'd mark out like this one with an orange line like this one, but we got a liquidity sweep on both. So let's go to the 15 minute. I like to look at my liquidity sweeps on the 15 minute chart. I like to mark my liquidity on the hourly chart. And then let's see how it plays out. All right, we got a kind of a sweep. It's kind of pushing up, but I'm not super confident in it. Let's go to the 1 minute. So market structure shift would be above this swing high, even though these are equal highs. So it could come up, reverse, and go lower, but alrighty. Well, this day just traded sideways on us, but it's still, come on. I mean, it still was a shitty trade. Not a shitty trade, but you still got your market structure shift. We candle closed above this. And it did tap back into a fair value gap right here. Regular OTE, ICT model. Like I said, in the 1 minute, you should trade regular OTE, not inverted. Inverted will fake you out because you can see we inverted this green one here to the downside. You got faked out. It came down a little bit. It tapped back into this fair value gap, but it did go up a good bit and swept this liquidity. It didn't go all the way up to one of the major ones we wanted. However, you still could have took this trade off of this fair value gap. It would have played out over a few hours, but still a 1 to 3. Got in at what, 10 o'clock? Get out right before 12. A 2 hour trade. So like I said, you can just wait for a move off this fair value gap, and I like to watch it on the 15 minute because on the 1 hour, you know, it will play out very. It'll just be long. Like this move will be like 30 minutes versus the 15 minute. We've seen it. This might be like a 2-3 minute move. So yeah, if you get in late, you know, you're still able to get a good entry. You know what I'm saying? Versus like obviously in the 1 minute we didn't get in late. It traded sideways a little bit and then gave us our move. You see what I'm saying? So I like to watch my liquidity sweeps on that 15 minute chart. But this is it every day. Mark liquidity, wait for it to hit one or the other side, and then get in on a market structure shift on the 1 minute. Because I was getting in on the 5 minute, but the 5 minute entries have been later. But the 5 minute you can trade inverse for value gaps. But we see it's a little choppier on the 5 minute. But I would have got in on the 5 minute probably somewhere in the middle of this candle. So my entry would have been kind of bad, but it'd been something like this. But at least on the 1 minute, you get a better entry, but you have to make sure you don't get faked out. And that's what we're practicing, how to not get faked out in the 1 minute. And I've seen the regular market structure shift entries are better than the inverted entries on the 1 minute chart. If that makes sense to everybody, let me know if that doesn't. Let's go to the next day. And we can do just in Q. Go to the 1 hour. Go to the next New York AM session. And then you mark out where it can reverse from. Obviously, there'll be S&T sometimes. That's why we have the ES chart on there. And then sometimes, yes, you can look at the 4 hour if you need. I don't do it all the time, but you can get a nice like CRT. Like on the 4 hour, it's giving we swept this buy side. Maybe we're going back down to this bottom side on the 4 hour. It's what it's looking like. I don't know why my lines went away when I went on the 4 hour. But let's see if that's what we get. 10 a.m. 12 p.m. 15-minute chart. Wait for one side to be taken out. Alrighty, we got a side taken out, and we got a bullish candle. Ooh, we don't really have any signs of a market structure shift. So now, then you should wait for the 1 minute to make like some zigzaggies. There is a fair value gap here. If you want to wait for that to be inverted, it is. Again, I don't really like trading those on the 1 minute chart, but some people might. But hopefully, we make some more swing highs that we can mark up. Okay, well, we do not. So, I mean, we do actually, we make one here, which almost lines up with the inverted fair value gap. So you have a close above it. You can get in there. At this point, I probably would wait for the inversion at this point because they're so close. But if you don't want to, you can have your stop loss below this swing low here, or you can have it a little lower if you're a little scared. And then you can try to take it just to one of these liquidity points. Let's see if we can get 1 to 2 at least. Boom. Amazing. Every day we can trade this. My problem is I have to make sure when we don't, I mean, if it's a continuing, I don't take it. But this is what we want to trade every day. Every day. Every fucking day. Look at this. And the reversal happened before 10 o'clock anyway. So you could have just got in at 10 and caught the trade. Or, like I said, it tapped us right back in here at 10 o'clock. So we probably would have got in here. Me, I get money hungry and I'll get in just with a bad entry. I don't care. I might have got in at that, but you could have waited back for the gap or any one of these breakers. So that's the entry. But this is what we're going to trade every day. Some days, yes, the 9:30 people will get the better entry, but at 10 o'clock we still get in. We might even get a retest to go to that liquidity point, and we got it. It swept it beautifully. Let's see if it keeps going higher. It might not, because I don't care. Like, you don't care if it goes higher or lower after your trade. It doesn't matter. But sometimes you can see if it actually goes to the other side liquidity. But no, you would have been stopped out if you held it to one of these. So I say if I get like a 1 to 2, a 1 to 3, a 1 to 1.5, I'll take the trade. And I take it to the first liquidity, because I've always said this. It's going to go to liquidity 100% of the time. Now, the days it runs up all day, that is like, you know, maybe it'll go to here 60% of the time and here 50% of the time and then 40. But it's going to go to this first one, or even like this first one right here, like 100% of the time, in my opinion, or like 90%. This is all I trade every day, and I live trade this. I might stop live trading only because I do trade better live though, so we'll see. I just want to make sure I'm focusing on like me actually making money and not just like having content for money, because I'd rather make money from trading for real, so I don't need to make content for money versus making content for for money at the same time, and I'm not becoming a profitable trader, and I'm depending on the content, if that makes sense. But we'll see. I'm definitely going to trade live tomorrow on TikTok only. Sorry, YouTube. I don't want to use OBS. It slows down my trading platform. We're trading in a range, which is my favorite way to trade. But let's see. We have liquidity here and liquidity here. And then we do have another one here, like equal lows. And then another one down here that I don't think we're going to hit. But this is what you mark. These are key places it can reverse from. Key places it can reverse from. That's all these are. That's all this is. And you want to see it come to one and react off of it. That's all you want to see. Go to your 15-minute chart. Mark out. Oh, I didn't go to the next New York session. This is the session we just traded. Go to the next New York session first. There we go. Go to the hourly chart. We do have a fair value gap too. If we're not at a fair value gap, we could use it as a point of going and reversing from as well. But let's mark this London high and low. It's a good range. And then there's the Asian high right here. And then, you know, we have previous day high up here. And then we have an internal here from probably 8:30 or something. Boom. Now you go to the 15-minute chart and you do this every day. Do not over leverage. Be patient. Enter when your stop loss would be. Yeah. That's for regular trading. For prop firms, since futures prop firms charge you monthly, it's not like Forex. Forex prop firms, yes, trade it normally, take your time. But futures prop firms already charge you monthly. It's no point in trading them the proper way. And they're also super cheap. Like, you're risking $50 a day when you trade your own money anyway. So you might as well just full port. It's okay. Or, like I say, trade it regular for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then before the end of the month, when they're going to charge you anyway, full port. But yes, when I trade my own money, I trade only risk 1%. Beautiful move, obviously before 10 o'clock. So let's just see what it looks like on the 1 minute. Dang, we have a long time before 1 o'clock. So the 9:30 people are eating down on this one. But let's see. We don't give a fuck. Maybe it'll come up here, and give us a better move of the day. Boom. See how 9:30 could have faked your ass out? I mean, we didn't get market. Did we get market structure shift? I mean, this green candle technically closed above it, but not really. Where was 9:30? Yeah, this 9:30 candle here. You could have got faked. Or if you even bought a sell trade, you would have got stopped out at this stop loss. Be patient. Don't over leverage. I agree. But at the same time, if you wait for a good setup, I want to get funded in like 2 or 3 days. Now we got a good market structure shift. I mean, a good liquidity sweep. So let's see if we reverse off this blue. A new swing low mate, which I love when this happens. I hate when it just runs up like the last trade we just did. So now we want a market structure shift above this. Boom. In the trade, or you can wait for the fair value gap tap. Boom, 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 boom. Take it to, there's liquidity right here. There's a first take profit here if you want it. And then there's this bearish fair value gap on the 1 hour. Let's see if we get it. Boom. See what I'm saying? Every day. This shit happens every day. And we just have to have the patience to not fuck this up. Because I have fucked this up. But also, I have not. On the 5 minute, I fucked it up a little bit. But I love this. This is what we're trading every day. The 10 a.m. reversal. Can see how, yes, I was talking about this trade here. 9:30 trade. They got a nice run. But our run was way bigger. Our run was almost twice as big. You see what I'm saying? That's why I was like, this is the bigger move of the day. We had a fair value gap to tap, and this was an hourly fair value gap. So stronger than any 1 minute, 5 minute fair value gap. And this is all you trade every day. This is how we're gonna trade. That's why I'm like, you can full port this. Obviously, you gotta do it right without this drawdown liquidating you. That's the only problem about full porting. But now Top Step got rid of that daily drawdown rule. So this obviously, if you're making 3,000, this is not going to be 3,000. So you just need to make sure or 2,000. So you just gotta make sure you're doing that, because you can over leverage, and then say you're over leveraging to get you your 3K in a day, and 3K might be right here, but it went negative your way that same amount first, and now you blew your account. You have to make sure you're doing it where you're risking 1,000 to make 3K. You're risking 600 to make your 3K. You know what I'm saying? But you can't even do 3K on Top Step just with my funded features and stuff. You just make sure your drawdown is not eating you before it goes your way. And that's what I was talking about doing on here with your lot sizes. You need to go here, you need to put it in TradingView, and it's free. You make a TradingView account. You can go and you can do this paper trading. You can just sign in, and then boom, you can practice with regular NQ contracts, the micro NQ contracts, and you can play with your lot sizes and actually do your drawdown and do all that to see make sure you're doing it right. Because it's better to make 2,500 and not liquidate your account, and then you just have to make 500 the next day, than losing your account, having to pay for another one. Be smart when you're trying to full port. Don't just be dumb, especially with futures prop firms. They're not forex ones with hella drawdown. Okay. Hourly chart of next day. But that was a beautiful trade. Every day this happens, so I'm really excited about it. Overnight, it just ran up, took out all this liquidity. So honestly, we might run up to these and then reverse from there. We could reverse from this one right here. We're already so close to it. So let's see if it just reverses from there. Let's mark our 10 a.m. and our 12. And this is all you gotta do. And then I was looking at all the gurus on Twitter, and this is all everyone trades. I'm trying to trade continuations and all this stuff, even though Casper SMC was you should try to trade continuations. But everyone just trades this. Everyone just trades this reversal model. All these rich people, this is all they trade. I mean, sometimes my algorithm is not popping, but a lot of them, this is all they trade is reversals. It's all you see. So it's why am I trying to trade continuations and stuff? Everyone's just trading reversals. That's it. These rich people, reversals. This is CRT, so that's just the outer part. Reversal. Why am I trying to trade other stuff? CMT, reversal. I mean, SMT, but a candle range reversal. A CRT reversal. A Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday reversal. Reversal. Sell side to buy side. That's it. So why should we try to trade anything else? We should not. And if it continues one day and you don't get it, okay, you don't care. Because that was my problem. If it continues, I'm trying to learn continuation plays. We got a nice rejection, but again, it's before. See how you can get faked out at 9:30? 9:30 people about to get stopped out. If you got in some kind of 15-minute, this is a nice wick, honestly. Okay, they didn't get stopped out. They almost got stopped out, but they came back to what? Give us 10 a.m. people a lovely entry. See, the 9 a.m. people almost got stopped out. So this is a beautiful, honestly, turtle soup. I would enter off this shit straight from 10 a.m. Because look how small your stop loss is. That you're risking no money. You can even have your stop loss a little bigger because that's the swing high. And I mean, this is a news candle though. I might take it down to the liquidity right before the news candle. It could bounce off that news fair value gap, which is this fair value gap right here if you need to see it. If not, you can take it just to this low because again, we have a good risk to reward. So you can take it just for, like I said, 1 to 2. You already hit your 1 to 2. If you want to go lower, if you want to go higher, let's see how low it goes though. Okay. Okay, boom. It goes to the fair value gap, like I called it. Took a little longer, but This is it. This is all we want to trade. Like, and then backtesting like this, we're confident. We should all, everyone in this live right now, we should all be confident in trading this. I feel like. Now, again, there are things that will happen. Like, we all got faked out on Friday, but a lot of us got faked out. It came, swept us out at SMT, and then we got back in. You know what I'm saying? So if it stops you, if it stops you out and goes back your way, just get back in. Like, this easily could have came up, maybe took out this one, and then got my way. I would have just got back in. You know, it's okay. But with a tight stop loss like this, because someone asked yesterday in the live how to catch a turtle soup. That is something your eyes are gonna have to do on your own. I can't teach you how to catch a turtle soup. For me, I think the turtle soup is just, we reversed at 9 and we almost stopped 9 out. That is my type of turtle soup. Like, it's like a double top type shit. I would trade this, and it lines up right when I get on the charts. Cause the high, yeah, the next high is up here, but the high made before the reversal is right here. So you can risk that. If you get faked out, whatever. And if not, it'll just come up here. And then you'll get an entry to go back down. And now you'll have a even bigger trade. Because now your trade's something like this. Because it just went higher to sweep this liquidity. And now you just have a bigger trade. So there's nothing to worry about. And your losses make back. Your wins may back up your losses. Like, there are times where I've taken big losses and I was mad because it ate my gains, but I still ended the day in profit like $500, $600. Like, nothing even like super small. Obviously, I've ended the day like break even, like up $20, up $5, you know, coming back from a trade, which sucks, but most of the time your stop loss is tight anyway. How do you back test? Please tell me. FX replay. Right here. FX replay. That's it. I mean, it's $35 a month though, so again, some traders are starting with no money, so I get how that can add up. But it's just $35 a month, and I use this, and I do it every night for y'all. Or you can just join me. Kui Thao also backtest every day. I don't know what strategy he uses. Also, you always should join a live, join a Discord of someone who trades like how you want to trade. Because that shit will fuck you up. Like, if you're watching my Discord right now and you're a support resistance trader, you're probably being like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Then you should leave. I'm not going to steal anyone's support for views or money because, you know, I need it or something. Like, no, you should trade someone who trades like you, because it will distract you, or you'll miss out, or you won't learn if you're trying to learn someone who's trading differently than you. And that is totally fine. There's a lot of people who come in my lives to say hi, that I've connected with on the internet, who I love. A lot of like girl traders we've connected, but a lot of them don't trade ICT, and that is fine, and we still support each other. And then a lot of the ones on Twitter do, but we haven't connected on TikTok. This is all you want to trade, these 10 a.m. reversals, and it's usually bigger than these 9:30 moves. Or I love it when 9:30 alley hoops you in. Like, these moves like this are beautiful. Do you trade ICT? Yes, I trade ICT. I trade ICT. ICT is my life. Just kidding. I mean, not kidding. I love ICT, and I would die on that hill. Again, these reversals, ICT, that's all we do on Twitter. Obviously, I follow ICT traders, but that's it, y'all. I mean, we can keep going. We can do one more, but how many losses have we had today? Like, one? We had one loss out of like 10 trades. Just trading 10 a.m. reversals. And I picked 10 a.m. because, like I said, as a beginner, I wanted something that will get faked out the least. Because at 9:30, I've gotten faked out too many times. 8:30, I've been faked out too many times. But 10 o'clock, you will not get faked out. I've been trading for 8 months. I'm at the end of 8 months. I think September will be 9 months. 10 months total, but I took 2 months off. I took May off, and I took June off. Because May, I went back to work to see if I could work and trade. And then, because I worked in film, so I can easily go back to work whenever I want. And then I moved to Mexico in June, so I took a month off to, you know, Mexico, move my shit. So I sold my house, so I got money from real estate. I invest in rental properties, so I had to do that. I had to go to the bank, do all this shit for my house. So I took June and May off. So I technically 8 months, but 10 months since last October. You do it full time or just on the side? Nope, full time. I quit my job to do this. I haven't made money yet. I know that's what you're gonna ask me next. I made money on my small account. I turned a $100 small account into a $500 small account, and then I went to prop firms And then I've been break even since I've been trading prop firms because of the rules, but I feel better now with them. I know that's what people are going to ask next. And that's what you need to be prepared for. You need to be prepared to learn this for at least 6 to 18 months. Because people love asking me that. Have you made money yet? Well, I've only been doing this for 8 months. But also, yes and no. Because my thing is, since I trade prop firms, I'll have like a 5K day. And I'm like, and then I will like get emotional and blow it. So, but then it's like I made 5K, but not really, because it's on a funded account that I haven't got to take the payout from yet. You know, if that makes sense. So, I'm not gonna sugarcoat. I'm very transparent on my channel. But I'm about to get funded this week, y'all. I feel really good about these 10 a.m. reversals. What part of Mexico? I'm in Merida. I love Merida. It's super cheap. Again, I don't suggest quitting your job. Like I said, I work in film. So I can easily text a stylist tomorrow. I'm actually going to a wedding in October in Mexico from some of my producer friends. I can easily tell them at the wedding, like, hey, I'm poor, I want to work again, and then I can get a job again. It's a very freelance industry that you can like come and go as you please. So I don't suggest quitting your job if you don't have that, but I didn't have a job where I could trade. I wanted an easy job where I could trade. Like my dad has an easy ass government job. And I wish my dad actually was trying to get me to get a job and work with him, so I probably could. But if you have an easy office job, I suggest you keep it. But if you want to go cold turkey and do it, like do it. Like I've enjoyed this journey. Obviously, I've been not as rich as I was at my job, but being able to focus on learning, and that's why I'm so good in 8 months. It's just the emotions of like about to get funded and not blowing the account has obviously been my hurdle. But now that I'm focusing on just 10 o'clock, I have a new confidence in myself. But don't quit your job or quit your job. Just don't be homeless. If you have to live with your parents or whatever you have to do this, do it. Okay, we have another liquidity sweep right here. We're on the 1 minute, so we're waiting for a market structure shift. But yeah, I'm in Mexico where I can live off my house money in Mexico for like 2 years. My rent's like so cheap. My rent's like $400, and I could honestly get a cheaper apartment. There was cheaper ones here. This is the high for a market structure shift back to the upside. Now if it continues down, it doesn't matter to us. Like I said, boom. And obviously this is what you need to do in the 1 minute though. That I forgot to talk about. When it makes new swing highs, now your market structure shift are these new highs and lows. So technically here, market structure shift. So you could have got in here instead of waiting for it to close here. We also have another one made right here. We have one here. So you can, once the candle closes above any one of these. Now, if your stop loss is here though, you would have got stopped out. So, or if you kept your stop loss way down here, you wouldn't have gotten stopped out. So it just depends on what you prefer. Maybe wait for this one. Maybe you would have got stopped out and had to get right back in. This candle, yeah, that's a big stop loss. I would have mine like here and got stopped out, honestly, and then I would have got back in. But let's just see if we did have it. I mean, lately I've been doing the low or the high before the reversal. That's technically where your stop loss should be at every ICT trade, and then you can move it later. Because if not, you might get stopped out like this. But this is probably an SMT on ES. Let's see. I bet it's an SMT on ES, and that's why you usually watch. That's why you usually watch both, just to see. Okay, this swing low is this one. This one is this one, if you can see. So they both got stopped out, so no SMT. So, well, we just would have, no. Okay, there is SMT, yes, there is. This being, you should have got stopped out if you had your stop loss at this swing low. But we have this SMT, NQ took out this low, but ES did not, which is sure signs of a reversal. So that's why it ran up after that. So you would just got faked out to get back in, which is something you just cannot avoid, or you need to have a stop loss maybe a little big, or sometimes I don't trade with stop losses for S&T reasons. But either way, you would have lost and you would have got back in, and then you would have made your money back, hopefully. If you lose twice, that would have sucked. Okay, we wouldn't have made our money back, so this would have just sucked. Did we get stopped out? We did not, though. Almost, but we did not. So ES would have been the stronger one today because ES pushed higher. It did almost stop you out, but ES kept going higher. So ES was the stronger one, NQ was not, which usually NQ is the stronger one most of the time. Cause I used to trade ES, and now I moved to NQ for this reason. Or like I said, you could have, had a trailing stop, or you would have, moved your stop loss so your losses would have been smaller. You could have adjusted and managed this trade if you needed to. Or you could set and forget, and then, you would have just came back on the chart. And let's see, it could go up. If ES is pushing up, then NQ probably just going slower. But again, okay, now you're stopped out. So yeah, you just would have lost, which sucks because this is a big stop loss. And that happens sometimes. But also, this is the second loss out of 12 trades. So you would have been up probably 10-20% on your account anyway. So yeah, it would have sucked to full port on this one. But I have my trailing stop now. If I go 60 ticks in profit, my trailing stop comes up negative 40 ticks. So I would have just closed 10 ticks in profit. And you can set that on NinjaTrader, which is a nice thing. There's a whole YouTube video on it. But yeah, ES was the one going higher. Or maybe you would have gotten this trade. Once we reverse, sold for, a small gain, not way up here like we wanted, and then you could have got back in for a sell trade that wound up being the trade that worked out. Again, you would have been on the charts all day, which I don't prefer, but if you took it to here, you wouldn't have been on the charts all day. So this was giving a continuation reversal, which is nice. I still am beginner enough to not catch these in real time all the time. So when it pulls back and the market is still very bearish and not going liquidity to liquidity, you have to know this is a pullback to give us a nice reversal setup though to continue the direction. So it's still a nice reversal. It came up, it reversed, market structure shift back to the downside. I actually probably won't never not take this trade, so I'm trying to get good at, taking this for a small gain and then getting out and then playing this one for another bigger gain is what I'm trying to do because I just know myself. I like to trade. I like to get in there. I'm not scary when it comes to making and losing money, so I'll take every setup I see. It's just making sure I get out and not wait for it to, I'm waiting for it to go here. And then it reverses on me, and now I was up $600, and now I'm -2. You know what I'm saying? I need to be better at that. But usually, like we saw, it just went liquidity to liquidity, and you could set and forget, which a lot of people do. Because, again, 2 losses, you don't even have to play both of these. This is just a day you lose, and you move on. So you have to just accept losses are a part of trading. And out of 14 trades we took in this session, we only lost twice, which is great. And some of them we caught turtle soups for 1 to 8. So it's great. All right. I am trading live tomorrow on TikTok only, not YouTube. Sorry, YouTube. I thought about trading on YouTube tomorrow. I just don't want my NinjaTrader to glitch on me after getting glitched out on TradingView the other day. So I'm going to trade live tomorrow at 9:55 a.m. for the 10 a.m. reversal at Eastern time if y'all want to join. And then I backtest again tomorrow night at 8 Eastern like we did tonight. Every day I'm backtesting, and then I'm back on my funded account tomorrow at Top Step. So let's see how it goes tomorrow. I already have my bracket set on NinjaTrader, so let's see if we can get a good 1K plus day. But if not, let's just have a winning day. Yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow.